Hello, my name is Silvia. I'm from Switzerland. I grew up in the Swiss mountains. I am 27 years old. I started dancing at like 3 years old. Then after school, I went to London to do my professional dance education, and I came back to study in Zurich, health science and technology. And now I'm starting again to dance here at UDP. It's just been a part of my life since I can remember. My overall dream is to be somehow free at some point in my life, to explore the world. And my main dream is just to be part of the dance world. That's my next step, to just enter into the world. My dream is to work with Akram Khan company once in the future. It's very powerful. He always tells a story, and it just really moves me when I go to see their pieces. My dream country. I'm not really stuck to one place. I would love to be able to be based in Switzerland because it's such a nice country to live in. But I would also love to live in France. I think it's a really beautiful country. A little bit, un petit peu, ouais. Stupid things you can't forget, when you are dancing a lot in ballet classes, I always at some point dream of just turning, how do you say that, without stopping. It just keeps going. So I always have this when I'm training a lot. Maybe something I will never forget that I was dreaming about was before a really hard physics test at university, and I read about this the day before the exam that I failed. So I will never forget that. I like to read these fantasy books like Harry Potter. It has been a long time since I read them. Also more these romantic series books about life and more the philosophical side of just your mind, and Jen Sincero or something. It's called You Are a Badass. So yeah, and it's about she writes in a funny way about how to deal with problems when you have a weird relationship to money, or don't know, you never succeed in finding a partner or something. So that's why the title is also quite funny, I think. At the moment I don't even know, because everything is about dancing, but I like to bake. It really calms me somehow, just the process of making something, and then you have the end result and you can make it pretty. Otherwise, being with my family in my free time and meeting friends, but it's not really a hobby. I really like to move a lot, take walks or go swimming. You feel weightless somehow, but you still move your joints, and I think it's really healthy. Dance. It's my favorite sport. But otherwise, I think it's swimming. I really like to, especially if you're in a lake or in the sea, you feel free somehow. I think my new favorite movies are Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, I think it's called. And I think they make it really creative, and just all the details, and you can just go into a different world in these movies. My mom, of course, because she always wants to support me or us in what we do. and she would never tell me that I couldn't do something because of any reason. I mean, I'm always talking about the same person, but I think it's really Akram Khan who made me wanna come back into dancing, because I stopped obviously at some point, and I lost like purpose of what I was doing, and I couldn't see myself succeeding in the dance world. And then I saw like his Giselle in English National Ballet, and it really made me want to go back, even though it took a long time. Bad habits. Always like criticizing myself and playing myself down. That's a bad habit. Going on social media and like just forgetting how time passes, just like to try and relax. And I know like it's not good for me, but I do it anyways sometimes. Yeah, life means for me to create something, because you're here now for a certain period of time, and to connect to humans around you. Yeah, and being able to explore the place we live, like the earth. Yes, I fear spiders, insects, all that stuff. I really have a big fear. I have a fear of failing now, like specifically in dancing, of course. That's maybe why I stopped when I was younger, because I was scared of just never being able to do it. Like, I think that's the main fear in my life, to just fail or do things wrong. It almost proves the point, like that you think like, oh, I knew I was gonna fail, so you like reinforce this fear and make it stronger, instead of trying to learn from failure, because you will always fail at some point. My biggest achievement so far is I think my master's degree. It was like 5 years of not really having a life. I was just studying all the time. I never went anywhere, basically. And for me, it was a bit like I was suffering, because I wasn't doing what I loved to do to get a degree. But it's still a big achievement, I think. And another one would be like to break out of this mindset that I have to do what people expect from, or like society expects from you, and to finally do what you really want to do. I think I'm really happy about this. To make time last longer when you want it to, and make it like go faster if you want to. Yeah. For example, when we're here now, so at the end of this time we have in the program, like to make it feel a bit longer, because now it's like almost over, and we just really have such a good like connection in the group. So my biggest challenge, I think, is to not get back into this behavior of thinking in a negative way, like to put myself down, and like to compare myself to someone else's journey, and also like to stay optimistic, to be able to dance really professionally when you don't have anything for the future. Highlight is definitely like the group we are. Like, I've never experienced such a positive group. Like, it's just we're lifting each other up, helping where we can, just enjoying each other's company, having fun together, just laughing a lot, which is really nice. You can just really be yourself, I think, here, and I've never had this and also to work with choreographers. I felt like it felt so professional, and I really enjoyed, to be part of this. There are a few highlights, like that we get to work with other dancers from other backgrounds, for example, with Ishu. It's an amazing experience. And to just be part of creating on the spot, I think I really enjoy that process. I probably would have stopped. Like if I would have known, I would have just taken some time off, like to reflect maybe and get advice, like how to deal with this negativity around dancing, like how to deal with this fear, and maybe to just change the environment instead of just leaving and running away, or at least not for such a long time. If I would see myself from outside, I would say I'm very introverted, shy person, but you don't know that I could be different also, just being silly. I think I look like I figured it all out maybe from the outside, because I just try to be like that, even though it's not the case. It's hard to describe yourself. Interesting questions.